Hey, what's up? It's Ken from Flowtricks. I wanted to give a pop-up video just because I haven't been pushing out a lot of public YouTube videos. Today, I wanted to go over something that I've been playing with for just a couple months, but it's really fun. It is a butterfly knife. Now, I got this one from Amazon. It's a training one, so you can't slice yourself. Now, I also have another one, which is a little bit more sharper, but I also like it better because it's more balanced. This one's fairly heavy, but it is also safe. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I found that this has a lot to do with nunchucks. There's a lot of different things, like there's a balance point and knowing exactly, and for this one I feel like you have to hold the knife kind of sideways and open it up in your fingers because that is going to be where your center of rotation is going to be. Sometimes I find it to be a little bit lower, and sometimes I find that you have to put your finger way up in the corner to get some of the spins and rolls off. Today I want to just show you some basic moves with it. Now, keep in mind, like for training knives, you're gonna have like a sharp side, and it usually has a ridge and it's curved where the blunt side would be flat. A lot of times when people are going really crazy and fast or whatever, they're doing all their motions and movements, they're always letting the back of the blunt side hit the back of their hands. They're never having the bladed side obviously hit their hands, otherwise they would get cut to death. So that is the rule. When you're going really fast or when you see someone go crazy, it's because they've worked this out. Another one is try not to go too fast on this thing, especially if you have a more of a sharp one, just because, especially when you're first training with this is all about subtle flicks. Like with nunchucks, they're bigger, so you have a little bit more, but this is really about like just small sensitivity. I'm gonna show you this very easy trick to start with. And essentially what we're gonna do is we're going to hold the side. Okay, do you see this little swivel that pops out? This is also kind of an indicator where the blade is going to be. So the blade is going to be pointing towards this little pop-up thing. Usually this kind of keeps it in check, kind of keeps them together, and one easy way to open it is you're going to, if you have this on you, you see that there's that little peg over there. You want it facing towards you if you were to hold it straight forward. So the peg or that swivel is pointed towards my body. And this is how I know that if I pop it open like this, I'm going to be grabbing on the right side because the blade is facing this direction where the swivel's at. And from here, what I'm going to try to do is just grab, and there's different ways to grab it, but I'm just going to kind of take all my fingers, I have 4 fingers on this side and my thumb on the other side, and I'm going to grab it over to this side, which will kind of open it up. Now, you don't always have to use all your fingers, obviously, as long as you have some sort of grip that holds it together. I'm kind of grabbing around that center of balance that I was talking about, just slightly under it, so I can give it a little bit of force. If you grab, obviously, from the center, you're going to have a very balanced spin, which will be kind of like grabbing the center of a staff, per se. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab it with our finger. We're going to grab one side, and we're just going to flip it over like so. Okay, so we're just basically taking it and letting it go to the back of our fingers like this. This is the very first part of this motion. So here to here. So again, we have this, it's facing towards my body. Click it open, pull all your fingers to one side, and then let the kind of flick it back to where it touches the back of your hand. From here, what's going to happen is you're going to kind of twist this over like so. So basically, it's right now, if I were to look over the top of this, this would be at 3 o'clock. Like if I was to show you here, if this was a clock, what we're trying to do is this is at 3 o'clock and we're trying to get it almost to like 11 o'clock or so. So basically, when I go over like this direction, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this point to move this direction. That's step 2, kind of towards the tip of the pointer finger like this. The next part is going to be, this is part 3, is going to be, we're just going to grab it all together and we're going to flick it all the way back like this. So again, you're going to see the blunt end of the knife is going to be touching the back of your hand. From here, you're going to clear your fingers. Now, you see this is where the blade would normally come in, was right here. Where the handle would come in. So we're going to open up our fingers. We can even tuck our fingers back, or we can just hold it open like this. We just need a clear space, and we're just going to flick it forward and catch it. And as soon as you catch it, you'll notice it is in an open space. So let me go over this again here. So this is closed like so. You're facing the peg towards you. Boop. You squeeze it to open it up. Get all your fingers out. Boom. 1. Well, actually, yeah, we'll just call this 1. Twist is 2. Pull it back is 3. Open your fingers and shoot it back is 4, like that. So again, we'll go back here. 1. Twist it is 2. Pull it back is 3. Push it forward is 4. Now you can do it a little bit faster. For instance, you can kind of blend 1 and 2. So this, when you open it up, and 2 is where you twist it. You can kind of do it in one motion if you want, which is basically you open it up and twist it. I just think you should do it one at a time first so you can understand how it works. So you can actually get it in 3 modes, 1, 2, 3. You just basically twist. You basically do this one and the twist at the same time. It's kind of like a zoom. It's kind of like that. Now once you have that, we just go in reverse to go backwards. So we're going to open up our hand and we're going to pop it backwards to where it's touching the back of our back of the fist, like so. So like, once again, we're open. The blade is facing the opposite of us. We pull it back like so, and we're going to do the exact opposite. We're gonna do the same thing. We're going to twist this over. So 1 touches the back of the hand, 2 pulls itself all the way over to the other side. So we're doing that same rotation. 3, we're gonna pull it back, and 4, we're gonna pop it forward. It's the exact same motion. It just takes us back in reverse. That to that. That simple. Now, I'll show you one more that I think is really fun. This is just a nunchuck move, that's why I like it. It's a cross grab. Now you want to be really careful with this one if you have anything bladed. So again, try with a blunt start. We can actually do a cross grab just like you do with the nunchucks with this. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to make sure that the bladed side is facing away from us, and we're just going to basically have our hand crossing over so where we can grab this. Now, one thing you'll notice is the blade is pointing straight at your other hand. So this blade is pointed this way. So if your fingers are in the way and you flick it out like we would, you would be cutting your fingers all the way across. So it's very important when you do this move that you grab the edges of it without getting any finger in the way. And it's just kind of like a rip where my left hand is going to pull it over and it's going to close it. So when you pass it over and you have the blade side, you can do different moves. We're not going to get into that quite yet. Because I'm using the wrong knife for this one. Like, this one's really hard to balance in terms of doing finger spins. So I don't want to teach that one yet. But basically what you can do is kind of basically do the same thing. Your hand crosses, opens, pull, and it takes it to the other side, and you can take it back. Yes, you can do throws. You can do all different kinds of crazy motions. But now you should be able to do 2 moves, which is this, boom, and you can also do this pass. There's a lot of tutorials online on the internet. I highly suggest if you do pick up a training pair that you try it out, because it's a lot like nunchucks, a lot like finger rolls. Like, you do a lot of the same chain manipulation, string manipulation. So I just wanted to show you something fun and exciting. I hope you all are doing well, and don't forget we have Flowtricks games going on right now. Play.flowtricks.net. Go ahead and participate in it. It'll be a good time. So I'll talk to you all soon, and yeah, take care.